Everybody, I'm going to try to make a quick video here that helps get you going with activity 4, item number 3. This is part of our submission form for this week's online core training. I do have a template set up for you. You guys will notice that in the submission form. If you click on it and open it up, it looks like this. The problem is we won't be able to do this step down here that says set the y-intercept of the trend line to an appropriate value. Google Sheets doesn't let you do that. So we're going to have to open up this thing in Excel, which means we want to come up here and click File, Download As, an Excel document. When you do that, it'll be in your downloads folder. We're going to open this thing up and we're going to work with an Excel for the remainder of this. For me, I do have to choose enable editing in order to actually work with this file, but once I open it up, hey, it looks great. First step is to create a scatter plot. I am moving quickly again because I got 4 minutes till my plan period ends. First thing it says is to create a scatter plot. So I'm going to create a scatter plot that uses mass and volume as the variables. The way that I selected these two columns, even though they're not touching each other, is by holding down the control button while I selected them. Control allows me to select things that aren't next to each other. When I choose insert, and I come over and I choose a scatter plot, the problem that we're going to notice right off the bat is this. Typically, I want my independent variable on my x-axis, and I want my dependent variable on my y. If I look, what I'll notice is the masses are down here. I can tell because they get up to about 27 is the biggest x value. Oh, look at that, that's the biggest mass. And my biggest y value is 41, which is my volume. So I got my mass and volume backwards because I think that a larger volume is going to drive a larger mass and not backwards. Okay, so I think that volume needs to be my independent variable. So how do I go and I change that? I'm going to go through, I'm going to delete the dots. Okay. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Control Z, I'm going to undo that. Okay. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to right click. I'm going to choose select data. That's going to pull up this little thing. This is weird, by the way. This is kind of an advanced thing with Microsoft Excel, but I'm just going to go through. I'm going to remove what we have here. So I clicked on this little thing here and clicked remove. I'm going to add in a series. The series name, I'm going to name it mass. The X values that I want, I'm going to click on this dot here. I'm going to choose the volumes as my X coordinates. And the Y coordinates for this are going to be the mass. So I have to go through and hand select those by myself. When you click OK here, you'll notice now they're backwards, right? I go from 0 all the way up to 45, which are my volume readings here, and I go from 0 all the way up to 30 for my mass readings. So that's the first step, is to get a scatter plot that displays mass and volume as the variables. I'm not going to show this in the video, but you will want to go through and do things like edit the chart title so it says volume IV versus mass in grams. And you're also going to see when I pop up in the next video, I'm out of time, but in the next video, by the time you get there, you're going to see that I've added axes titles down here. You can do that by clicking in the chart design tools and choosing add chart element. I'll let you do that on your own. So hopefully this gets you going. You've got a scatter plot where you got volume on the X and mass on the Y. If you have any questions, let me know.